Hey, YouTubers! Guess what? It's me, Brew by Me. I'm back again. How are you guys? Good? Girls? You good? Awesome. Anyhow, as you all know, I'm here because I'm back with another review. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Big Rig. Anyways, no, I'm not reviewing a Big Rig beer, but I'm going to be reviewing another beer that was sent to me by Lee, aka elharlock, aka Hougly Beer Reviews, Booze Reviews. He's from the east coast of Canada. I'm in eastern Ontario, which is eastern Canada. Yeah, he sent me a beer, and I want to get to it as soon as I could because it's a single hop beer, and the sooner you get to single hop fresh beers, the more aromas you'll pick up, or aromatics, and the more malt and freshness you'll pick up. So anyhow, like I said, he sent me two last week, I believe. Yes, he did. Two last week. It was the Pump House Wicked Wheat, which I just did, and he also sent me this one. Garrison's Citra One Hop Ale. Or IPA. Yeah, there you go. One Hop IPA by Garrison's. Get you a nice close-up of the bottle. It's a pretty plain, simple label. Kind of antique-y looking. ABV is 6.5%, 56 IBUs. It is a limited release. And the Garrison Brewing Company is in, I believe, Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's kind of funny because I go down to the East Coast every 2 years about. Nova Scotia, obviously, because my wife is in love with Nova Scotia. Yeah, I've been every 2 years I go down there. So we usually spend a week in New Brunswick and then a week in Nova Scotia. The odd time, what we'll do is we'll go to straight to Nova Scotia and then to PEI and skip New Brunswick sometimes. And all of the times I've been down there maybe 4 times now since I've been married. I've never went to the brewery. So, next time I go down there, I was supposed to go down this year, but plans changed because I have a new baby, and she's going to be a year old, and I just don't know if she can take the 12-hour drive out there, so I'm not going to go this year. I'll go next year probably. So a big thank you to elharlock for sending me this. Lee, aka Hougly Beer and Booze Reviews. Can't wait to try it. Citra One Hop. Little story for you. I seen elharlock's review of this, and right after I seen his review of this, I went down to my brewery and I brewed a single hop Citra Pale Ale. So basically what I did is I took a pale malt and 2 specialty malts, some Cararoma and a little bit of Crystal, and then I did hop additions of Citra at 60, 40, 20, and 0, and then I dry hopped it with Citra, so it's in the fermenter right now. It's ready to drink. I just have to put it in one of my kegs, but none of my kegs are empty, so it'll sit in the fermenter until I get around to it. It should be fine. Unfortunately, this is the glass that's upstairs right now, the Guinness, so I hope that's okay for drinking this in it. Nice cap there, so thanks Lee for sending me this, man. It's truly appreciated. Some nice smokage there. I don't know if you can see it. Anyhow, let's give it a pour. At least this one didn't explode. Now, Now I don't know why, but you know, it's kind of interesting now that more and more breweries are bringing out one hop beers, and it's really good that way because it kind of demonstrates exactly what that hop can do to a beer. You know, and it's plain, it's simple, and it's there. You know, and that way, it's a good way to start home brewing, I guess, if you want to say it that way. You know, you do a couple of batches of one hops. That way you get a taste and acquireness for that particular hop and that particular malt. So you know, you can kind of switch up the malts and stuff, and you know, try and see what your you know, your flavor, your taste buds like. Me being a home brewer, I've only been a home brewer for 3 years now. You know, so you know, I learned a lot in 3 years, and now I make fairly good beer. You know, I still have trial and errors, but hey, that's just the thing about home brewing, right? You know, you don't learn unless you try. So, you know, for all of you guys watching this and thinking, hey, he only does beer reviews and yada yada yada. No, I do beer reviews because I can, and I like to, and I like trying different beers, and I am a home brewer, and the reason you see more beer reviews opposed to home brew reviews or home brew videos is because it's really hard for me to videotape a brew day because it's just me. So on top of everything I have to do, I do all grain only, so it's more work than, you know, your kit beers or whatever. But it's really hard for me to try and, oh, okay, run the camera, do this. Okay, turn the camera off, go do this. Okay, run the camera, do this. You know, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't have somebody that, like my son, I don't mind, like, you know, he's 14 or whatever, but he doesn't want to do that. Like, if I ask him, I'm sure he would, and my wife is like, yeah, right, I don't want to do that stuff. She says, it's your hobby, it's your likes, you do what you gotta do. So, you know, I try to do some homebrew videos. Sometimes I record them, and then I watch them and they're not good, so I don't really, you know, I don't post them, so I delete them. But, you know what, I'm gonna keep trying to do some homebrew videos for you guys, because I know you guys like to watch those as well. But for the meantime, I hope you enjoy my channel. I hope you enjoy what I do. I do it just for the love of beer. You know, I love beer. You know, I don't mind hard liquor, but you know, I prefer beer over hard liquor, and I don't mind wine, but I prefer beer over wine. You know, if you want to see me do some wine reviews, I can. If you want to see me do some liquor reviews, I can. But I like to do beer reviews. So anyhow, back to the beer. Sorry, Lee, for rambling on here, but so the color is a dark, like kind of a like an amber in color. Like me, where I'm looking at it, it's like a dark gold, but on the computer, on the HD camera, it looks like an amber. So you see the haze on the glass, so that's good. There's very light carbonation in the glass, if you can see it. I don't know, can you? There is a finger ahead. Let's give her a smell. Weird. Okay, like I said earlier, my nose is kind of out of commission, kind of stuffy, but what I'm picking up first off is the malt. And a very nice sweet candiness. Kind of like a citrus candy. Followed by some like tropical fruit. And that's about it. It's like a nice sweet smell to it. And then if you sniff a bit deeper, you pick up the tropical fruit, the citrus, the grapefruit kind of thing, and you pick up the malts. Now, there just may be a little bit of crystal malt in here because there's that nice crystal toffee caramel kind of smell there. But for the most part, it's like pale malt. And Citra hops, if you don't know, let me see here, I still have it in my pocket. Yes, I do. Citra. Origin, Washington, USA, alpha acid 10 to 13, flavor profile. This is a very new variety of hop on the market, and it's blowing people's minds with its fruity and citrusy characters. It is basically the love child of 3 different hops: Hallertau, Mittelflush, or Mittelfro, U.S. Tettnager, Bavarian, Brewer's Gold, and East Kent Goldings. Having had this in a few IPAs so far, I can tell you it's a one hop junkies are going to love. Beer styles: pale ales, India pale ales, and black IPAs. So that's just something I picked up actually today when I went into my local homebrew store to pick up some grain and some hops and some other stuff. They had to do a couple substitutions because all the craft beer markets right now are really big on IPAs, so all the IPA hops are gone. You know what I mean? All the breweries and craft breweries are buying all the hops for IPAs because they're the new thing. So they're harder and harder to find. Thank God I ordered 3 pounds last year of those hops, because if I didn't, I'd be SOL this year, because they're hard to come by and now you have to find substitutions. So FYI, the substitution for Citra, according to my local homebrew store, is Falconer's Flight. So anyways, let's get to the beer. Cheers. Okay. My opinion, it's a good beer. It is, but it reminds me more of a pale ale opposed to an India pale ale. I don't find it extremely bitter like an IPA, but it is more along the lines of a pale ale. Close, almost at the IPA level. There's a nice sweet malt profile there at the tip of your tongue. As it rolls across your tongue, it's all bitterness. And it's like that citrusy, grapefruity, tropical fruit kind of flavor all the way back. Finishes nice and dry, and you're ready for another sip. The aftertaste I'm getting on my tongue is kind of a floral, citrusy kind of character. It's fairly dry, but yet it's fairly sessionable as well. All I have to say is, out of all of the commercial craft beer one hop beers I've had, which isn't much by the way, because they're fairly new, doing this one hop series type thing. But I didn't like the the Alexander Keith's one hop beers were okay. They were very, very, very at the bottom line of passable, you know, so they just passed. But like, if you watch my reviews on them, the Hallertauer I found was better than the Cascade. But out of those two and this one, which are the only one hop beers I've had, this one's my favorite. Now, I still have yet to try mine, so it might change, you know. Mine might be better, might not be, but who knows. So, anyways, a big thank you to Lee for sending me this Garrison's Citra Hop IPA. Thank you, buddy. Truly appreciate it, bud. Malt profile, you got your 2-row in there, and maybe some low Lovabond crystal malt. Hops, you got a fair amount of Citra hops in there. They probably threw some in there at 60, 30, flame out, and dry hopped. But it's showcasing the hop fairly well, you know. I wish there was a bit more maltiness there, but you know what I mean. But other than that, it's fairly good. It's good. It's very passable, very sessionable, very easy drinking, and dry. Cheers. I don't know. I don't need to tell you what hops are in there because obviously there's only one, Citra. So, my closing thoughts are: it's a good beer. If you can find it, get it, drink it, and enjoy it. Big thank you to elharlock for this. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, leave any suggestions or ideas in the comments box, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.